Right, and I'm the bald bearded bard. We're missing our band leader, our front man.
He caught the funk. I'm not sure which brand of the funk that he got, but suffice to say, he isn't talking right now. So hopefully he recovers from that soon and can get right back at it. But until then, we're going to press on and talk about nerdy things going on this week.
Stuck with just the two of us.
Yeah. Oh well. So I saw some interesting stuff going on this week. So last week, literally, I think it was, I don't remember which day we recorded on, if it was Friday or if it was Saturday. Maybe it was Friday afternoon. And you couldn't make it, right?
Right.
So we record the episode, and I go about my day, and I think maybe, I don't know, maybe it was 5 minutes. Maybe it was an hour. I don't remember exactly. But news broke from, I think it's BlizzCon, right, that was going on,
Yep.
about Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4. So I'm looking at this going like, really? Like, that couldn't have happened, or earlier? Like, it had to, totally missed our chance to, break the news, and like, oh, okay, all right, whatever. Like, that's just, I guess that's just how it goes. I mean, that's that's life.
Yep. Couldn't have been easy.
So I'm looking at, I don't know, have you seen anything about Overwatch 2?
Yeah, I've stayed pretty much on top of it. I'm pretty interested. It's yeah.
Well, my main concern, and I don't know if it's so much a concern as it is like, what direction that they're going to take with it. But from what I've seen, the roster looks pretty short.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're doing this, for brevity's sake, or if it's like, okay, this is what we have now, and they're planning on doing more later, or if this story mode co-op route that they're taking, if that's all they're going to have for the story mode, which is kind of heartbreaking, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I kind of feel like maybe it could go either way because we still don't have a release date, right?
Oh no, they've pretty much said, I think, for both, that it is going to be, someday in not close, even in Blizzard time, is what the what the official word was.
Right. So it could just be what they've got right now, or this could be the plan. It's all up in the air.
Let's see if that'll post a picture. Oh, it probably won't. Just big long link. Oh God, I was gonna show a picture of the Overwatch 2 in the chat, but I guess it just doesn't want to work. So suffice for my Google image search. There we go. Everybody in the video can see it. Yeah, the roster really is what bothers me now. The promotional video, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 6 or 7 of the heroes, right? Winston, Mercy, Brigitte, Tracer, Reinhardt, at least May. May apparently is going to be a central character, and Lucio. But it's like, okay, so if those are going to be the characters for the PvE, I mean that's really not even a huge roster for some other PvE games. I mean, maybe I'm being petty, but like, yeah, I want to see McCree in there. I want to see, some of my other favorite characters. I want to see Ashe in there. I want to be able to play those characters, but I don't know, maybe if that's going to be too hard to balance, which is kind of ridiculous to me, because you have all this perfect balance in the player versus player, so what's the difference? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I mean, they've kind of spoiled us. They're gonna come out with it's like what, the 30-second character pretty soon. So to give us just a handful for the PVE seems like we're getting a short end of the stick a little bit.
Well, I'm not sure. They delayed Sojourn, which is the next one, I think, and then I believe Echo, which has been like the much anticipated one. This like flying like drone robot.
That's right.
She's going to be. I know I'm gendering a robot, whatever. Uh, she's going to come out, I believe, with the Overwatch 2 sequel slash, season 2 slash update. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, Overwatch 2. It looks like they're revamping the engine, and I don't know how they're going to build this. If you're going to have to download a whole other portal into the game, or if this is just going to fit in and they're just going to release a graphics overhaul. I mean, there's so many questions that I have, and it doesn't seem like there's really any suitable answers right now.
Yeah, this seemed like a really big tease for a BlizzCon reveal. I mean, we didn't get a whole lot of information that uh, can hold us over until the next.
Well, one thing I did see, which I thought was interesting, I'm uploading a video right now. There is going to be character levels, and you are going to, like other PvE games, like I don't know if you ever play Killing Floor.
Yeah.
So similar to Killing Floor, you're going to have those PvE elements where you can have upgrade and skill trees and stuff. So I guess I can see them cutting down the list, and I guess I was a Hanzo main, when the game started. So I suppose Hanzo's there. So I mean, I can live with it. But I guess if I get Scatter Arrow back, it might not be all bad.
Yeah, that's what my son said. Was he'll play it again if he gets Scatter Arrow back.
Well, I guess everybody agrees that it's worth it, and we will press on with Overwatch 2 and continue to play it.
Yeah, I'll absolutely play it. I mean, and it looks pretty, and uh, it'll solve the problem that I had with the original Overwatch, which is not enough story,
Mm.
giving us a PvE mode and stuff like that. So I'm excited for it.
Well, the cinematics. I don't know why they haven't produced like a cohesive, Overwatch lore film at this point.
Oh yeah,
They've made enough cinematics to do it, and I know that's something that the Merce has always commented on. That they've had all this rich lore. Why don't they make a movie? So I kind of
yeah,
feel like this is almost a bridge to that to appease the fans, because there's really never been a canonical thing in game that's happened. You have these hero battles in the game, but none of them are canon. So the story mode kind of bridges that gap, and it kind of irks me too, because I feel like games quite often, especially early access ones, have followed this formula. And I don't know if you've seen this, where they will early access release the game, release the multiplayer, and then just like they did with Fortnite. Fortnite, I guess I'm off topic on that because they did the opposite. But they'll release the multiplayer portion of it, and then down the line release like another huge part of it. Like, okay, now we're doing the single player. Now we're releasing
yeah,
this feature, and then by the time that comes out, nobody gives a crap about the core game anymore. Like what happened with Fortnite. They had the Fortnite Save the World, and I invested in 2 copies of the digital Founders Edition, spent $150 on it, and then months later they're like, oh, Fortnite Battle Royale, and then just completely didn't give a crap about the core game anymore.
yeah.
And I got nothing, not a single. I got an umbrella for my trouble. So when I spawn in the game, I get to have the Founders umbrella. Great.
Ooh,
I'm glad I spent $80 for that. I thought, I was
right,
thinking, like, at least give me some skins, or throw some
sure.
Josh my way, like something. I mean, come on, that was awful. Well, what do you have for some interesting news across the country?
So a little bit of comic book news, nothing major, but something that just really makes my eye twitch. Um, how familiar are you with Batman and Robin and all of the different Robins he has?
Um, I mean, I feel like I have a lot in common with Batman in the way that he collected a lot of Robins, like I collect dogs.
Um, so the third Robin, Tim Drake, he's kind of been pushed to the side a lot in recent years, and um, he was a great Robin. He's probably one of the best Robins, and um, they keep redoing his costume, redoing his name. He went by Red Robin for a long time because, yeah, the current Robin is Batman's biological son, Damian Wayne, and so Tim Drake is kind of stuck in this limbo. And I want you to see his new costume and name. I'm going to upload it here.
Oh Lord, it's kind of a cool name though, Tim Drake. What? What? Okay.
Somebody said he looks like a 90s promotional cartoon of a UPS man.
What can Brown do for you?
Right, yeah. So I guess they're more, like Robin-ish colors, maybe, but I'm just it's not working for a lot of people. And then for him to go by Drake, his actual last name, uh, I mean, why wear the mask at that point?
So, I just I don't know. Do you watch One Punch Man, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
So I kind of get this whole like I don't mean to say anything offensive, but I'll just use the term femboy because I don't think that's offensive. Like, but I'm really getting this whole like femboy vibe from his like face and hair, and you know what
I
I
can
mean,
see that, sure.
almost like Speed of Sound Sonic from One Punch Man, and of course that was completely intentional in One Punch Man, you know,
Yeah.
but that's just so weird. It's such a weird design. The color scheme is kind of just not good.
Yeah, I can't think of a lot of superheroes that look good in brown. I mean,
The thing, oh no, the thing is, he's kind of orange most of
yeah,
the
he's
time.
orange.
Oh god,
But I mean, especially brown is a prominent color. I'm not sure this is working for a lot of people. And
he's like
I
that.
feel bad for the guy who had to design this because people are hating on it a lot right now.
Well, you know, it's like when you're playing a fighting game and you both pick the same character and somebody gets the terrible off-color version. He's like a terrible off-color Robin.
Yeah, he's the player two Robin. That's right.
Yeah. Oh wow. I guess this guy's really getting crapped on by Batman. Maybe that's why his outfit is brown because he's just representing the Billy Rubens.
So that's the big buzz in the comic book. At least on comic book Twitter right now is everybody sharing around this picture, talking about how god awful it is. And I mean, I've seen worse costumes, sure, but this, especially for a Robin, just it's like, what were they thinking?
Ugh. Well, I don't think they were. That's the problem. Also, too, I'm kind of getting like some Deadpool-y vibes from him, just in some of
Sure, I can see
the
that. Yeah,
accoutrements on his sides and stuff. Yeah, here we go. Look at that. Yeah, that's just
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just strange. Oh. What else? You got any other breaking, world-changing news in the comic book world?
Actually, I've got a Kickstarter that I think is really, really interesting. I'll share the link here.
Oh, okay, there we go. Soldier Stories.
They're calling it a veteran anthology. It says we admire the men and women who serve in uniform. We salute their bravery and thank them for their service. But do we want to hear their stories? Soldier Stories features 5 compelling tales of military conflict, all written by veterans who served. These first-person accounts of real-life warfare have been reimagined across a variety of genres, from sci-fi to horror to personal memoir. What is, uh, what's it like to wait out a chemical attack? How does it feel to abandon your allies? In a world of push-button warfare, has killing gotten too easy? How do you go on when the war is over, but the struggle is not? These are personal stories, compelling stories, stories that will haunt and surprise you, because every soldier has a story.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool. I like the artwork.
Yeah, some gorgeous stuff, and I think it's really cool. This is uh, something you don't normally see very often, and it's by Top Cow Comics, which is one of my favorite comic book companies.
Hmm. Top Cow. I'm trying to think. They did. Oh wow, I really like that art. I'm looking at the page right now where they show some of the preview of like the just kind of the people mulling about in like the Coliseum looking place. Oh, that's cool. Top Cow, I think, had a series. Did they have Danger Girl?
I think that was just Image. I don't think that was Top Cow specifically. They're under the Image umbrella.
God, I think there was like a superhero. Uh, there was a superhero series that my brother was into, and they had some really unique characters in it. And I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it. I remember one of them. He was called the Midnighter, and he was this just like real vicious Batman kind of guy. Does that ring a bell at all?
Yeah, that I knew it was by Wildstorm, and I knew the team name before you Stormwatch,
Was it Stormwatch?
and um, it
Hmm.
was also in the Authority.
Oh yeah, because I remember the
Yeah,
controversy of it
Wildstorm.
was that one of the characters he was with was his boyfriend, and that he was a gay
Yeah,
superhero, and that was like, oh my god, gay superhero. But I remember being young and at the time being like, but he's badass though. Like, what does it matter? Like,
right. Yeah,
it's like
yeah. He wasn't a stereotype at all.
oh, Midnighter and Apollo. That's
This
okay.
week,
Oop, no, I don't want to. I don't want. I don't want you to know. Okay, maybe it was Stormwatch. I thought there was another name for it or the group. Huh. Well, there we go. I guess that old Mandela's getting me. Yeah, I'm just showing some previews on the video right here. So to piggyback on what you were talking about here with the veteran anthology, have you seen anything about this new film coming out in 1917?
I haven't no.
So it is directed by Sam Mendes, and it's got pretty good cast. Benedict, um, Cucumber, Cucumber Batch.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
that's
you've
close
heard of
enough.
him.
Yeah,
So basically, it's about these two British soldiers, and they have to like basically run to an area to give some intel during World War One, and it's going to save like a whole bunch of men from getting killed. I think they have to like get there and tell them to retreat or something like that. So the unique thing about this film is it was shot in one continuous one continuous shot. So when you're watching the movie, they are using the same camera rig from the same position, and obviously doing it from different angles and whatnot. But I was out with my fiance last night. We were went and saw Doctor Sleep, and they had like a making of preview. This looks insane how they filmed this movie. I mean, I'm I don't consider myself to be a film professional by any measure, but like watching the production of this and how they did it, I sat there with my jaw open. I was, oh my god, did they seriously do that? They had to film the whole thing in storyboard format from start to finish, and it was all produced, all the scenes, everything were produced one after the other. So you're watching these guys literally, run through this entire movie. I mean, that is so damn impressive to me.
Oh yeah, that's incredible. I'll have to check it out for sure. That sounds impressive.
I mean, I'm not big on like, World War One, World War Two. Like, I don't know. I hate to say that that's been done to death, but like I don't know. If there's something cool like that, I'll definitely watch it because I feel like that opens up the conversation to, filming other movies in that way. Now there've been a few films over the years that have done that, but like they've done it in one continuous shot, meaning it was one take. Jean-Claude Van Damme did it in his movie JCVD. Like there's a 3 or 4 minute like opening scene that's all one take, one shot. Tony Jaa did it in God, I don't remember the name of the film that he was in, but there was an action scene that they did it in one take. And then Hard Boiled with Chow Yun-fat, Alan Lang. I think Alan Lang is his name. And then directed by John Woo. There's a shootout at the end of the movie that's like, I don't know, 8 or 10 minutes long. It's all one take, and that always impresses me.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
Well, I was
see.
impressed by the hallway scene in Daredevil that was all one take, and sat my kids down, let them watch that, and we talked about filmography and the way they did it and cutaways and stuff like that, and so that stuff's always really impressive to me.
Well, and that's good that you're, taking the time to sit down with your kids and, you know, develop a healthy appreciation for them. Because I feel like, especially today, with films such as the Emoji Movie, that it's important that we educate our kids. Because my God, I don't understand why that was even a thing. I'm just really disappointed and upset, and I'm still butthurt about it.
Well, I think they end up taking so much for granted and become so spoiled with some of this stuff because that they just don't realize takes so much work because they've grown up with it.
Yeah,
You know.
it's sad. So the are you a huge Sonic fan?
I was when I was a kid. I played most of the games, and I got the recent trilogy that had come out on PlayStation, and introduced my kids to the original Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, well that's
So yeah, I'm
good.
a pretty big Sonic fan, I
Hold
guess.
on,
Sure.
because I totally lost my placeholder. I got a picture here. We posted it on the nub. It's the new Sonic redesign. Okay, so I don't know if you're prepared, if you're ready for this, but
I'm sitting down.
I'm stoked about it. Right there.
Yes.
Jeff Goldblum. I don't know who made that, or why somebody commented or posted that text on it, but that's hilarious.
I'd watch the hell out of that. I'd
That's way less unsettling than that monstrosity that they came up with. I mean, I'm not. I know that there's probably a lot of Sonic fans out there, and I'm not about to take a huge dump on Sonic, but I was always a huge, I was a Mario fan. I was a Nintendo fan growing up. My family, just by virtue of being poor farmers, we bought Nintendo, and I only had one console. I wasn't one of these kids that had every console, every technology. And I think there are a lot of families out
sure,
there
yeah.
like that. But when it came to that Mario versus Sonic, I was Mario all the way. So when this whole Sonic thing came out, I've really never given a crap because the Sonic games always had a renown for being terrible. And then when screenshots came out of of that character, I was just like, well, just they're just keeping the legacy alive. Like that's just it. They're keeping the legacy alive. That's all there is to
Yeah.
it.
Well, have you seen the redesign that they did after that backlash?
I'm looking it up right now. I think I had seen a few pictures of it, but they brought him way closer to the source material. Let me see
Yeah.
here. I think so. Yeah. I don't know. Now, does he actually have like the connected eyes now, or is it just? Hmm.
I don't remember. I think I saw it once, but I didn't think the original was that bad. I mean, yes, it wasn't, as close as they could have gotten, but I wasn't that upset with it. Like when people started raging and flipping tables over and stuff, I was like, guys, I don't think it's that bad.
Well, you see, I just think
But
he looked creepy with his little face and like,
sure, yeah.
naked hairy body. I'm like, I really don't know who they were trying to appeal to. Were they
I
trying
guess
to?
I was desensitized by the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles.
Oh
That
God.
uh, when I saw Sonic, I was like, huh, it's not so bad.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to gift search that. Hold on. Yeah, those were just really unsettling. Like that's just. I think that's from
Yeah.
the original trilogy, but God, those things are creepy as hell looking. I think I saw one of the movies. Now I've been big over the years. Were you ever a Mystery Science Theater fan?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So those guys got together and they still do films. They call their website RiffTrax, right? So you can download their audio commentary and play it alongside the movie. And the only reason I watched the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles was because I bought the RiffTrax for it, and my God, did that make it worthwhile? Like, it always makes it worthwhile sitting through.
You know, I was a huge Ninja Turtle fan when I was a kid, and so when these movies came out, I was going to give them a shot, and I was upset with the design of the turtles, but I fell asleep through the movies. I don't think I've actually seen either one of them all the way through. I fell asleep every single time. And I don't really fall asleep through movies, and I was really upset because I still can't form an honest opinion about these movies because I've never seen them.
Well, there you go. I mean, at least you saved yourself the trouble. I mean, there's a whole. I mean, I don't mind a bad movie
Sure.
when I know it's going to be bad. But if I go into a movie theater and it turns out to be a real piece of shit,
Uh-huh.
I get really upset about it because that wasn't my expectation.
Sure.
Like The Happening, I knew The Happening was a bad film. I didn't see it in theater. I watched
Yeah.
it with the RiffTrax. It was hilarious. They had
Well,
some of the best jokes in that.
that's one of the big differences I think is when you go see it in a theater and it's bad. That's a lot of money to be spending to see a bad movie.
Yeah, you got Mark Wahlberg talking to a fake tree, and I think that expression says it all. That was my face,
Wow.
during the film. I'm like, seriously.
There's very few movies I've seen that were just really bad in the theater because I don't get out to the theater very often as far out as we live, and so I'm pretty picky about it. But I guess when I was a teenager, it was Solaris with George Clooney. I just thought it was long and boring and awful, and I wanted my money back, and I had to see George Clooney's ass,
Uh,
and there was just nothing, no redeeming quality about that movie.
2002, Steven Spielberg. I never saw it. Nah. Yeah,
Bored me to tears.
the poster looks boring. Oh well. Well, what do you think? You wanna roll the die of destiny?
Oh, sure, yeah,
Keep the dream alive.
that's right. I didn't have it ready this time.
Oh no. Oh,
I got new dice. I got some. It looks supposed to look like bones, so I'm gonna roll the new dice this time.
I gotta plug Hero Forge. Our next episode. Talk about my experience on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Got me reminded.
I got a 13.
13. All right. Well, you're safe. I'm safe. Everybody's safe from an embarrassing story. I think we'll end this episode there.
All right.
If I happen to get this up today, please remember that it is a kind of free comic book day event going on, mini comic book day at Famous Faces and Funnies, and it starts in a half hour. So,
All right.
all right.
And Paul,